student sketch practice, I want us to do two things. I want you to make a cube that looks like this, that on each side, if you kind of think about it, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks. So it's kind of like a 3 by 3 by 3 cube. All of those surfaces should match. But we don't always have to make our cubes this size. And I'm going to go fast a little bit, but you could also make a 1 by 1 by 1 cube. And you can also make a 2 by 2 by 2.
Wait, when we're doing this, do we, like, when we're starting a new line, do we count the other line?
Explain your question to me.
So, like, let's say you start right here, and then you get all the way right here, and you have to do like 4 or whatever you did. Would you count this one, or would you just start a new one?
I would say count the spaces in between. Does that make sense? So like if there's a space, a space, a space.
I'm talking about the dot.
Yes, then that dot counts in this line and that dot counts in that line. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good. Could I have your attention, please? Could you all remember I'm making a video for our classmates that aren't here? So, excellent. So I'd like to see you practice a 3 by 3, a 1 by 1, a 2 by 2. And then I also want to see you practice something a little more complicated. I'm going to draw it here. It's also on your Project Lead the Way Isometric Sketching reference page on the website. Okay, so I'm going to draw this shape now. I'm going to draw that in a 2 by 2. I'm going to start with light construction lines. And I'm following the bottom of the shape. And I'm doing light construction lines. I'm doing this first round without a ruler, just to kind of get my shape in space. And then I'm going to go through with my eraser in a little bit. May I have your attention, Simon? Thank you. And I'll clean things up. Remember, any line you draw will be parallel with other lines. All right, so there's my basic shape. Now I'm going to go through and I will always connect a dot to a dot. You're always drawing right on top of the dots. And like I said, it's faster to get your object lines if you do construction lines first. And then just kind of push your ruler over to the lines that you need to create. So that's kind of that look. Now I'm going to come through and get all of my lines that are 30 degrees in this direction. And I'm using a trick of looking at all of my dots on this page to get my ruler nice and straight, nice and parallel to the paper. Don't race through these, take your time. Use your line. Sometimes you'll want to put a line where it doesn't quite belong and you just need to take time and think. So now I've done kind of that side. And now I'm going to come up and do this last side, these last parallel lines that are angled. Always use construction lines. Always use a ruler to draw your object lines. So this is what that last image is going to look like. And for this image, there are no hidden lines. We'll work with those types of lines at a later time. So please finish Isometric Sketch Practice, a 3x3x3 cube, a 1x1x1, a 2x2x2, and then this shape, which is drawn in 2x2 blocks and has more than just one cube.
Oh, can we do?
That's great.